Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy Cordell from Elbows Up Dirt Productions. That's right, Elbows Up Dirt Productions. We're on the move today. We've been on the move since Friday. That's right. And today, well, we're up here in Fulton County, at the Kirk Baker Racing compound, I'm going to call it. You know what I'm saying? And beautiful day out today. We've been wanting to get up here and take a look at what's going on and what all hot rods they have. There's plenty of hot rods around here, that's for sure. Kirk, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Well, thanks for having us up here, and we actually have a twofer today, and we're going to talk to another young man here, and when we're done talking to you, not to say you're not young anymore, Kirk, you know what I mean? But, no, we're standing in front of Kirk's Wingless Sportsman. That's right, his Wingless Sportsman, and, man, Kirk, looking around here of all the pictures and such, and talking to you and watching you race over the years, you've ran a little bit of everything, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been around a little bit. We started racing in 1991 at Path Valley, and we've been racing all over the country, not clear out west, but in the South and Midwest.
Yeah, for sure. And, I was looking up there, and you pointed out your first race car, and a four-cylinder late model, right? A four-cylinder late model. I can remember going in the 90s up to good old Path Valley in Spring Run, Pennsylvania to watch you run them things. They were pretty competitive.
Yeah, that was a really good class for a while. Then it sort of got out of hand money-wise and sort of killed it off.
Well, yeah, that seems to be the factor with a lot of these race classes. They get out of hand money-wise, But no, you've been in, obviously, limited late models in general, and, modifieds as well. You've had great success in modifieds, and then you made the jump to open wheeling.
Yeah, it's a good time. I really like that modified deal, but these sprint cars are really fun. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they definitely look like a lot of fun. And, we watched you open up there a couple weeks ago at Path Valley, and obviously you'll be running there a lot, and, you know your way around Path Valley pretty well.
Yeah, we get around there pretty decent some nights.
Yeah, and that class is grown in the Wingless Sportsman's, and that's great that you're part of it. And your I'm going to call partner Mike Rolls, correct? He had reached out to me, and we connected, and we wanted to get up here and take a look at this machine. And next on the docket, we're going back to Path Valley next weekend.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. First week we had a little bit of problems with the car, and we think we found what we needed to fix, so we should be good.
Good, that's good. Now, you look around here and we see we got a modified back here sitting, and we got a lot of hot rods. And when we're done talking here, Fred, he'll pan the area here. You got a lot going on. Like I said, you got a lot you can be working on. Hot rods and rat rods and street rods, and but these old race cars, they keep you busy.
Yeah, I think I have a problem with cars, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can make that call, right? You can make that call. But no, taking a look at your machine here, a beautiful looking race car. And well, tell me a little bit about this chassis. What for chassis is this?
It's a wood ring.
Okay, it's a wood ring. Now, what other chassis are out there on the market you can get for these cars? JEIs?
Yeah, JEI, Fine Line, Sledgecraft, and RPMs are still around some too.
Okay, I gotcha. And who does your motor work, Kirk?
Jerry Hershey does them.
Okay, so you're a Hershey guy, right? Okay, God bless Curtis Hershey. We wish he was still with us. And no, Hershey's been doing a lot of motors. And man, now last year you were in this class and you bought a pretty good race car. It was funny because you sold it to that person and then you bought it back, and that's how a lot of the racing goes.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. You got the same car back.
Yeah, okay, so you're familiar with it. It's back home. Tell me a little bit about last year. Was it last year a big curve for you, kind of?
Yeah, we had a really good year in the modified, obviously. Won a championship at Path Valley, which I really appreciate everybody to help, Mike Rose and Justin Thomas and everybody. Towards the end of the year, we got back into this deal and run a few races at the end. Felt like we was getting a little bit of speed, but I got to adapt back to figure out how to do it again, so... And it's really competitive over there with these guys.
Yeah, I tell you what, you take a lot of them guys, Perigo, Wilbur, Lanker. I mean, there's so many talented people that are running in the Wingless Sportsman's. And yes, that's correct. You were the track champion there at Path Valley in the modifieds last year. So you were doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, Yeah,
it was a good year.
Yeah. Now, do you miss the late models any?
Some. It's just so hard to compete with those guys, and I can't afford them, so it's best I stay away from them. But I did like driving them.
Yeah, for sure. I think a common consensus is people enjoy them and like them, but the cost of them is just through the roof nowadays. And you start to look at, they all cost money. It's just which ones cost a little less than the others and a little easier to maintain, And now looking ahead this year, are you pretty slated for a pretty good schedule, I guess, pretty robust schedule?
We're going to stick with all the races at Path Valley for these, and we might go travel a little bit, maybe to Sealands Grove or Port Royal or once in a while, whenever they have them, but mostly concentrating on Path.
Okay. Well, like I said, you know your way around Path. You're no stranger to spring run, okay? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, I'm Tommy Cordell from Elbows Up Dirt Productions. That's right, Elbows Up Dirt Productions. We're here at Kirk Baker Racing in Houstontown, correct?
That's right.
Okay, and I looked up here and I see we got the Houstontown Hustler. I like that. Did you come up with that?
Mike put that on the car.
Okay, so that guy back there, okay, your partner in this deal, he put that. I like that. And beautiful country out here in Fulton County. And, you're only a stone throw away from, getting to Path Valley or Bedford or we remember the days of Heston. You're not far from there.
No, we're pretty close to all of them, so it's nice. Half hour to Path Valley from here.
Okay. So I guess if we go back to what year was that first race car that you ran, the 4-cylinder?
That was 1991.
So you got a good many years in this right there. So over 35 years, I think, if I did the math right on that, getting the job done. And have you always worked out of this shop right here, Kirk?
No, I used to work out of my parents' shop. I built this garage in 2006.
Okay, 2006, and then soon you started to fill her up there. There's more cars going back there. Yeah, I don't want to give away all your inventory here, but you got a lot to keep you busy on a rainy, snowy day.
Yeah, we don't have to look too far to get work.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, I tell you, you work. You were telling me, obviously you work and you're out of town, a fair amount of time. So I guess these weekends, these Sundays and stuff, they become work days for race cars.
Yeah, the weeks that we race, Sunday's work day, cleaning the cars and getting ready for the next race. If we have one the next week, it's tough. But Mike Rose and Justin Thomas and Dave Hall and everybody really helped me out a lot because I'm out of town all the time.
Okay, so basically you're rolling back in on, what, Friday?
Saturdays.
Okay, so you're rolling back in on Saturdays, and you're catching the train out, in driver's suit, bag, the whole 9 yards. You're heading to the races.
Yeah, if it wouldn't be for those guys, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Okay, so it sounds like you got a really good team, and that's good. It takes that, especially if you got two of these machines that you're, dragging around to go racing and all that. Now we're looking at some of your sponsors here, and I see one that stands out here is Holler's Construction.
Yeah, Dave, he helped us some last year, with the setups and stuff, and he's with us this year again. We're really glad to have him. Like, he's really knowledgeable on these.
Yeah, he's been around this open wheel stuff, good many years. I believe he dabbled there with the sportsmen, super sportsmen's, at BAPS, I think, for some time, there back in a couple years ago. And what else we got on here sponsor wise?
Well, we got Joey Hershey with Hershey Racing Engines, Kasner's, Service Center. Okay, we talked about that earlier. Kathy Baker, Coldwell Banker, my wife, and Mike Rose Garage.
Okay, that's a good deal. And I even see some Ashley Yoder Designs on this machine right there. Obviously, Ashley Yoder Designs, a wonderful sponsor for us at Elbows Up Dirt Productions. And I'd assume she decals this thing up.
Yeah, she does nice work.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Well, I tell you, Kirk, there's another young fella here, and he's going to have a lot to say, I'm sure. He's got a lot of words to say, and we've never got to talk to him other than at the racetrack. So, and we're going to switch our tune over here to this other machine, a wingless sportsman sitting over here. So not only one of these things, you got two of these things. I see a lot of tire work going on out here. I think that's never ending as well.
Pretty much, yeah. That's a full-time job.
Well, Kirk, how long do you think you're going to be continuing to do this, Kirk? As long as you can?
Well, until Mike gets done messing with me.
Okay.
Whenever he's had enough, I'll have to quit.
Okay, that'd be it.
I can't do it myself.
Well, yeah, clearly doing what you do with work-wise and things, and so you're going to do it as long as you can do it then.
That's right.
Okay. It'd be nice, to see, too, that modified, if something changed right there as far as, having more modified shows. We were talking earlier, you get a plant, you got some power plants sitting around here ready to roll for that thing.
Yeah, we have some engines, so we can go if we ever decide to run it.
Okay, good deal. Well, I tell you what, Kirk, it's always a pleasure talking to you, and whether it's in Victory Lane or watching, you found me, I found you down at Kutztown last year. I was like, that's Kirk Baker, We sat there and watched the races and had a good discussion, and I appreciate you letting us in here to your shop.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you guys.
Okay, there you have it. Well, Kirk Baker, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Tommy Cordell, Elbows Up Dirt Productions. We're here at Kirk Baker's racing establishment. And Fred, you can pan around here. We got some, there's a modified there. And we got some street cars, some older classic cars in here. And, yeah, there's a lot going on. This is what makes race garages right here. There's no doubt about it. We love it. We love it. Now we'll switch our gears over here and, we'll roll over here to this young man, Brayden Kuhn. That's right, Brayden Kuhn. And I usually only get to talk to him in Victory Lane or on the pre-race zone at Path Valley. And he's piloting this other machine right here, a wingless sportsman. And, well, I see you doing some tire work when I rolled in here. That's never ending.
Yeah, there's a lot of tire work to do on these cars.
I guarantee you there is. Now, last night you said you ran. We'll back up here. Obviously, you cut your teeth. You're running. You've been successful, a champion, multi-feature winner in the TA War 270 class there at Path Valley.
Yeah, we've been running the micro for a good while now, and we found some success in it, and we're going to continue that success. We're going to run this Super Sportsman for a schedule, and we're also going to run the micro for a fixed schedule too this year.
Okay, so you're going to split the time with it, and I would assume this weekend you'll be in this machine right here at Path Valley.
Yeah, I will be in this Sportsman.
Okay, well, we watched you practice up there. That was the first time out, right, at Path Valley this year?
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever been in a big car, so it's fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, it clearly looked like you kept a straight line. The car was solid. You look well, and I guess everything else comes in time, speed and just getting the feel of this machine.
Yeah, I felt very comfortable. I jumped in it and just drove the heck out of it and felt pretty good.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. And, yeah, so I guess ultimately you want to continue to move up the ranks and not to say you're done with 270s, but obviously you left a mark there and you continue to leave a mark. You're competitive week in and week out. And, this deal came along and I'm sure you get involved with it.
Class, I really love doing it, but it's going to be fun trying something new, so I can't wait to try it. Well,
I can imagine probably the horsepower on this thing. It's probably set you back a little bit compared to what you've been used to running there. And this thing, you can get up top on the racetrack too.
Yeah, it's going to be a little different running two grooves at the track instead of just hooking the bottom. So
well, yeah, there you go. I mean, yeah, you acknowledge what goes on there. Yeah, what goes on. And I see on your machine here, Holler's Construction's on here as well. Hershey Racing Engines. Yeah, I know Dave Holler, which is here today. He's been instrumental in the 270 helping you out.
Yeah, he's been tremendous help. He's the one that got me into running 270s, and he's the one that makes everything happen on the car. I couldn't do it without him. And for him to come on team with us in the Sportsman is amazing because I know he's going to make us have a fast car, and hopefully we'll win some races. Yeah,
for sure. And we were talking about Mike Rolls here and stuff. Obviously, he's a part of this deal at Kirk, and it seems like you guys got a pretty gelled up team here. It works well together.
Yeah, I can't thank Mike enough for allowing me to drive this car for him, and Kirk for all the help and support and everything. I mean, they're one heck of a group of guys.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. No doubt. Now, I guess one thing it'll be new for you. Well, let me ask: Are you gonna go a couple other places with this wingless Sportsman outside of Path Valley this year?
I think this year we're gonna mainly stick at Path Valley. Maybe in future we'll maybe venture out somewhere else like Grove or maybe Port Royal. But for right now, our main focus is probably to run Path Valley to get some lap time in. I just need to get some seat time in the car, get comfortable, and then we'll venture elsewhere.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like a reasonable plan. We were talking, Kirk and I, there's a lot of big hitters, obviously, in this class right here, in this wingless Sportsmen. Are veterans. They've been around that, and I'm sure that's a two-way street. They're fun to race with them, and you learn from them, but you also want to get around them, too.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good guys in this class, and I can't wait to run with them and hopefully show them what I got.
Well, right, yeah, you want to. That's right. You're a young man, obviously, and a lot of years ahead of you racing, and I'm sure you want to continue to do this and move forward. And man, what other sponsors? Oh, I see what Bob Dunn's on here. Bob Dunn Racing.
Yeah, they're a lot of help too. I mean, we got Kraus Crane Service, and we got some other sponsors on here, but yeah, we got a lot of help on this car.
Okay, so there won't be no double duty at the races. So it'll either be one or the other, the 270 micro, or you'll be in the wingless sportsman.
Yeah, that's the plan for right now, unless something changes. But I'm gonna stick with one car or the other. It's gonna be a lot to run two cars at once.
It is a lot. You're exactly right. Doing that whole double duty thing, we see guys do it, a lot in 358s, 410s, limited, supers, and it plays you out the end of the night. It's just a lot to keep track of and a lot to do and such.
Yeah, definitely. You go from one car that's stuck to the track, and then you go to the complete opposite where you're completely sideways going around the track. It's a lot to do in one night.
Yeah. And I guess right now you're like a sponge. You're absorbing everything, as far as, people, helping, talking you through things on how these cars handle and such. And there's just so many avenues, what to set up. I'm sure there's a lot more adjustment here for you with this race car than the 270 as far as setup.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is, in micro, I mean, it's still a sprint, so a lot of the stuff transfer over. I mean, you got a lot more power in these, but you still use the same idea and from the micro than you do in these things. So
yeah, so a lot of the same foundation applies, okay, and you're able just to add to that what knowledge base you had and bring it forward with you, and that's good.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, well, we heard you might have been getting in a late model there at one point in time. We weren't sure.
Yeah, that was going to happen, but that never came through. So
you're an open wheel guy. That's right.
Yep.
Okay, that's right. There's nothing wrong with that. It is open wheeling, right? Well, you got that modified back there too at Kirk's, You get on him enough, maybe he'll drop one of them power plants in it, and you guys can take a swing at running out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to get on him a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, I tell you what, Brayden Kuhn, ladies and gentlemen, he'll be driving this hot rod here to Wingless Sportsman, and Kirk Baker, his machine over there, and we're here at Kirk Baker's racing establishment, and Dave Holler's actually here, and Mike Rolls is there, and this is a team right here. This is good stuff, and Kirk was saying with his schedule and stuff, you guys are doing a lot of the work and getting things prepared and ready for the weekend,
Yeah, we come over here typically on Wednesday nights, and we while Kirk's not here, we try to get his car ready, and we get my car ready, and it's gonna be a good year.
Yeah, well, there's a lot to keep you. It's exciting stuff. Hey, you're a race car driver. Hey, it's work, but it isn't. You know what I mean? You could be doing a lot of other things, and this is what obviously everybody wants to do, and they enjoy doing it.
Yeah, racing's my life, and I can't wait to. I mean, it's all I ever do, so I can't wait to keep doing it.
There you have it. Well, I tell you what, Brayden Kuhn, we wish you the best of luck this year, whatever you're in. Obviously, in the Wingless Sportsman with the micro right there, and Kirk Baker, we wish these guys and Mike Rolls and Dave Holler there helping out the best of luck with what they're doing here as a team. And whether you're path out wherever you're at, it's all a learning experience, and you got some great people around you here and a good foundation to move forward.
Yeah, we definitely have great people, so we'll see where this brings us, and we'll hopefully win some races.
Okay, well, it sounds like a plan. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tommy Cordell from Elbows Up Dirt Productions. That's right, Elbows Up Dirt Productions. And we're going to wrap up here at Kirk Baker's Racing Establishment, or compound, however we want to put it. We got to speak to Kirk himself and Brayden Kuhn, his rookie year here in the Wingless Sportsman ranks. And it's been a great time. There's a lot of good classic cars around here. There's a lot of race cars around here. There's a lot of nostalgia hanging on the wall. This is a true race shop, and this is why we do this, to bring you, the viewers, the fans, a little bit of insight and let you enjoy it. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your support, and remember, whatever you do with big energy, you do with elbows up. We'll see you here real soon.